This is Abby again. Say hello, Abby. Hello, Abby.
And say bye to the high schoolers who are leaving.
Bye, high school. Now we can start the adult program. Time to elevate some impact. Oh, hey. Hi, friend. Hi, friend.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Here we sit before the universe. We're going to have a little chat, Abby and I. Abby deserves fame in the sort of Naomi Shihab Nye version of fame. That you're famous because you do what you can do.
Corey deserves fame in obscure references.
Okay, I'll take that. But first, why don't you allow yourself to introduce yourself?
Allow me to introduce myself.
Oh, yes.
My name's Abby Chroman, and I work for Portland State University's School of Business. I help run our social impact programs, including the one that you are now a part of, the Elevating Impact Summit.
So I think the obvious question we're all asking is, why would anyone in their right mind do this? What is it you're hoping to affect? What do you want this to result in?
That's a good point. It's not a good feeling sitting in the back of the room waiting for a video to play and not knowing if it's going to work. But what counterbalances that experience is having any single person, much less many people, approach me and tell me that this is where they have found a community, that this is where they've learned genuine, innovative approaches to creating social and environmental impact, and a place where they feel filled and inspired. I used to pitch this as an opportunity to find partners or clients or employees or something, but I think now we can start to describe it as somewhere to just come and be filled and come back to your work where you probably will find more clients because you're filled up.
That's good. Thank you. That was really satisfying for me. This was. I dig this stuff. The theme patterns is really brilliant for this, and it really strung things together really nicely. How did you come up with that concept for the theme today?
Generally, like I come to most things, it's out of being really nervous about something.
Mm-hmm. And anxiety leads to
like
the other pathway to innovation.
Yeah, I'm like driven by anxiety.
Uh-huh.
So I'm afraid in some ways that working in entrepreneurship, we're making individual people sound like heroes separated from the systems and patterns that they're connected to. And when we do that, there are implications for their impact that can sometimes be really harmful. So that's what I'm saying. Like it makes me really nervous that if we don't consider the patterns and systems that we are connected to, that we may be creating more harm than we even know. So out of that, I thought of like how can we, what are the patterns that we don't know that we're a part of? What are the ones that are influencing our lives constantly, our biases and even our organizational systems that we can't recognize? And how can we reveal those? And then once we reveal them, what do you do? So like, then you see it and you're like, hey.
Now, did you have this thought all at once? When you had this concept, did this all occur to you as a
No, I went
flash?
on a walk with Carolyn Niehaus and we revealed our pattern revealing theme.
I love that. And the anxiety part, I want to acknowledge, actually. And I like what Dr. Friend was saying in the last talk about coincidence. And that's something I'm learning as I age before you. That the anxiety often comes from not knowing what's going to happen next. You imagine a future and then imagine a disastrous future and then believe in that disastrous future and then don't move because you're freaked out. Are you familiar with this? This is just me. But however, having some faith in coincidence, as he's referring to it as, is something that seems to be happening, and that's a pattern in its own right. And the more it seems we believe in coincidence and realize that if coincidences are happening, you're in the right place.
Yeah, I was really excited when Stephen told me he changed his presentation this morning and that it was going to be no longer about healthcare, but about coincidence. Like, okay, let's go. And it's resonant for me because it's hard for me to trust my intuition. It's hard for me to follow a decision tree. It's hard for me to go through an org chart and make a decision like that. So putting some trust in coincidence is a new idea for me and one that I will take home.
Yes, let go.
Yeah.
Let go.
Okay.
That's nice. Okay. Can I read you a poem? Yes? All right. I would like to read you. Actually, I promised you I'd read you something from the Tao Te Ching. I will do that now to make good on my promise. And then we have to move on to something next. This is from, this is Ursula Le Guin's translation, which is particularly beautiful. And she's a Portlander, was. Hey. So this is book 1, chapter 17, Acting Simply. True leaders are hardly known to their followers. Next after them are the leaders the people know and admire. After them, those they fear. After them, those they despise. To give no trust is to get no trust. When the work's done right, with no fuss or boasting, ordinary people say, "Oh, we did it." Oh, we did it. This was the Elevating Impact Summit, the 5th.
Oh.
No, we did it.
We did.
We did it. Sorry, my notes fell.
We have more to come.
A little bit, yes. I'm not setting you free yet.
Okay.
But the poem lends itself to finality, so I had to do that. She doesn't get the whole, yeah, you know what's going on. So, well, next, so a little thank you I wanted to give, actually. This is the second Elevating Impact Summit I've been involved with, and it was the second one here at the Armory Theater, and this is a super amazing, beautiful place, is it not? Just as a location. So a round of applause just for this, the room, and of course the people behind the room. Elizabeth Hoyt and her team are so professional and so patient and so good at what they do. I felt just buoyed the whole time, and it's just gorgeous. So, do you want to explain what's happening next?
Yeah, next we'll go out into the lobby where you have been fed and all day long. There will be more food there for you.
Try the matcha thing.
And we will announce the Pitch Fest winner. Welcome you to hang out, celebrate. This is our moment to just enjoy, and we'll see you out there.
Yes. All right, see you soon out there. Thank you.